Good morning, good morning. That's very quiet. It's be about there. There we go. Good morning. There I am. Oh, it's dark. I'll do a bit better. Oh, microphone. I'm not set up. Why would I ever be set up on a Saturday morning? Why would I ever be prepared for what I'm going to be doing? There we go. How are we all today? Playing some more disco, I think. I really want to play more disco. Also, I'm recording this for YouTube for the first time. I sort of woke up I was sitting, like, playing some games and just went, I should do YouTube. I should put videos on YouTube as well. I'm doing YouTube as well. Sorry, hungry. Need bread. And coffee. Bread and coffee. Excuse me. There we go. A little bit of energy. A little bit of food in me. We're playing disco. I want to play disco. I was really enjoying playing disco. It's a great game. We're playing more of it. As soon as I've loaded it up, Start download Steam. Dare you. Just double checks. Disco is not needing an update. I don't see why it would. Kind of fixed at this point. It's done. Here we go. Just firing it up. Let's bring you all across. Provided this works. There we go. That can shut up. Oh god, tired today. I had a nap yesterday as well and I'm still tired. I don't get it. Just not sleeping well. I blame going out last weekend. I'm not going anywhere this weekend because it's fucking raining. It's horrible out there. All I'm doing is playing games and maybe going to the shops. I might have to go to the shops to get dinner. Am I deaf? No, I'm not deaf. Disco. We'll continue where we were. I don't remember where that was. Oh yeah, we just called her black. I remember now. We just embarrassed ourselves here. We got some drugs. We got some chain cutters. We got a hanky. We got a pen. We were gonna go into the dock, weren't we? Photo tattoos, okay. We have a skill point in the bag for when we need it. We've almost got another one, actually. Why is this so loud all of a sudden? Options. UI volume. Try that. Let's see if we can get into the dock. That's the one thing we haven't done. We haven't gone through Kuno's house. Which is what I wanted to do, because we found this ladder. Let's go up here. Ooh, what's this? I've got to be up there to look at that? Okay, that's weird. What is all of this? Always going to collapse soon. Restoration pillars keeping the ruins together. Get up here. I can't see shit! Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, thingy. That's a fed.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
You son of a gun, Perception. It's a cop's cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours.
Oh.
It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Look around.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Motherfucker, that's a huge crane. Nah.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them.
Just say it on it.
But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
You really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump?
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
This means I've got to go for it. I've got a 17% chance of doing it. Can I improve my savoir-faire? I could. Why is savoir-faire only level 2? Hang on. Not right now. That means I'm losing a bunch. In here. Right, I'll take my pants off. Take my shoes off. Right, so that gives me back up to 4 savoir-faire.
Tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
So that gives me a 40% chance of doing it. I could spend this point. Savoir-faire. Sneak and stun. That's not a bad thing to just have spare points in. Sure, we're going to level that up. And go for it. Oh, yeah.
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Close your eyes. Let your senses take in the world around you.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears.
That's good.
You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below.
Continue. Boom.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
Hell yeah.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet
Damn right,
firmly
Kim.
planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
And we got our point back. I'll be taking this. I'll also put my pants back on. And my shoes. Where does this live? Oh, this is a jacket. Okay. It's just better than the disco ass blazer, but I do like the disco ass blazer. What's this? Hey, hold up. Was this a door to stairs? Oh no, this is something else. That's alright then. Giant ass print on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. Go over here. Dewey typewriter. Model name is on the back. Every worker equals member of the board is written on top of the flyers. And at the bottom, the union logo and demand democracy. Damn right, brother. And a file cabinet. Oh, I left the coffee machine on. Over here, can I? Ooh, what's that? Hold up. The fume. Fume? I don't know how to talk French.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Uh-huh. It's very
The
unfortunate,
drawer
isn't it, Kim?
opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Give him a
Hundreds
browse.
of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Go on, Brain. Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
We've not got a good chance, but we're probably not going to injure ourselves, so we're just going to go for it.
Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing.
Damn.
Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing.
Could I actually focus through not focusing?
You're a police officer, not a spiritual healer.
Damn.
You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go.
You focus like everyone else, damn it. You don't get the easy way out. Okay. I let go my eyes go completely out of focus. All shapes start melting into one
Is
another.
that what you're doing with those folders over there?
Yes.
Right. This is probably not relevant to our case.
Wait,
So we're not investigating an accounting mystery.
that actually helped. I'm going to do it again.
You're trying hard,
Fuck.
but the data here is unbelievably dry. Something about containers. The drawer slides.
We'll be back. If we ever gain something to help us with that, we can try it again. This. What's this? What is this?
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change." The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Let's just dial a random number.
Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005.
Oh, okay.
That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952, and a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993.
Who have I just called?
Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then,
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. How may I help you?
Hey, Lemmy.
the voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows.
What is this place? Where are you, Lemmy?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy.
Do you know me?
No.
And what is this place to me?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Ah. Why did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Maybe. But I don't even know my name.
If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
Voyager and Main, you say? I can
On
go
the
to Voyager
corner
and Maine.
of Voyager and Maine, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up and the air seems to grow darker. The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
Okay. Well, we can work with that, sort of. What is
The
this?
front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
White antlers.
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism.
Oh,
They
okay.
represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it.
Why Friesel?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I understand. I understand satire. Let's have a
To
flick
your
through.
disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your
Damn,
attention.
that's what I was looking for.
Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
What is Kunst und Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
Okay.
Why they decided to title this one section in Volda is beyond you.
Yeah, why did they title this in not German?
As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist
We know her.
spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS.
What was her name? It was like Claire the Skull or something? Carrie the Skull? We've met her.
The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tournée is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
Okay. Let's hear about the skull.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A,
Damn.
made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Yeah, we know about the hostility. Let's go
You flip
back.
back to the front of the
What a
magazine.
local
The
concern.
table of content. Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike.
Yeah, I kind of guessed
You
that.
skim the headlines. Paint the harbour red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution so long as it's only redistributed upward.
True.
It's true. The rentiers have been bleeding you dry. You really ought to find your own place one of these days. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table.
Let's read the
Comrade.
editor's notes.
As you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But like the structures of capitalist
My
ideology,
brain!
we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine.
I'm gonna put it away now. I think this is communist.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road.
There we are.
You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's
This
all
just
you have
raised
now.
more questions. I was hoping this would tell me where I lived. Speed gives 1 psi. Okay. +1 empathy, +1 read du core, -1 electrochemistry, I think. Yes. Right, I don't have any more things, so I'm going to keep hold of this point. Maybe unlock another slot later. What's this? Door is locked and cannot be opened from this side without a pass card. I have a pass card. I own one. I stole one. Where is it? I hold it? This is a shift card, not a pass card. Now. I might need this. What's that? Hold up, what's that? Postcard, Le Jardin 21. A glimpse across the river. I can sell it. Cool. Let's get out of here, Kim. Until I learn something more. We'll be back, though. Don't you worry. Did I look at this? Collecting rainwater? No. All around you, great machines in quiescence. White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. Let me get up there. Like how, like... What's this? Hold up, what's this?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête.
Hmm. We'll play with this later, I think. What's this? Pennies? I'll take pennies. Healing? I'll take healing. Carlson's. Yeah, we already know that. Shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. Great machines are sleeping. Speaker tower is silent. There is no work to organize. Yeah, we know there's nothing going on. We know about the strike. Pennies! We take pennies. Industrial-sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Who are you?
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
Hey, Leo.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along.
No. Hey, Leo. My partner thought I was talking to her. She is not a Leo. The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes
The
along.
accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Mm-hmm.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Hi.
Everard, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Nah, we're not a scat. We're not here doing any work.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right?
Oh yes, born and raised in Arish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumors.
I believe
Thank you
you.
for clarifying that, sir.
Where's everyone?
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't
True.
worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
John Luke, huh? Card?
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
What kind of trouble did Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. One of them drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling him to take some time off.
What did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hard ease.
Look at him. It's not gonna be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
Be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow. Hear about this fight.
I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everard. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
What's in that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Okay. Let's go find Mr. Everett.
Oh, you want Mr. Everard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Okay, where is he though?
Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Points to the 2 joint containers on your right, so up here somewhere. Okay,
Bye-bye
thanks
now.
Leo. Presumably, right here. Hello? What we got? Coffee. Stair made of pallets leading up. Taxidermy fish that tells time. Everyone should have one.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk.
I love this picture of it.
It's surprised to see you.
This is just like the best picture in the game, this little portrait here. I love it.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you. With a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
Gestures to the tiny chair, presumably that one, opposite his giant desk.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Okay.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff?
Good point, Inland
Getting some
Empire.
seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
Yeah, I'll take a seat.
Excellent,
Sure, why not?
Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Gives you a sly wink. Remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the
God
most
damn it.
comfortable chair in the world. It's violation.
My bones!
of backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners. It pains me to
Oh
say.
yeah, he's the bartender. No, he's the
This should
cafeteria
take care of
manager.
that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically
It
huge.
should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
You know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Don't we know where our house is? Do we really need the money? We can just ignore Guard. Like, just never go back to him. $25 would be nice. But, I don't know. I'm good.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
Crosses his arms on his ample midsection and sinks further into his chair.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun.
I didn't lose my... Oh, yeah, I did.
You, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo.
Uh-oh.
Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
I'm having a psychotic break. Oh, God. My morale.
The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Good job I got
When
magnesium.
he said, don't worry, he actually meant, be very worried.
How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths.
I know I
It's in a
sold it. I
safe
didn't
place.
lose it. I sold
I
it.
just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Kim?
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
Okay, cool.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Don't panic. Okay, this is gonna go wrong.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you?
Uh-oh.
You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
God damn it. No, I'm not about to
Mr.
cry.
Dubois, you don't look so good.
I shouldn't have sat down. Ah, my morale.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Large man snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some kind of stupor. I can either slide down the chair like a jello shot, or let my mind go to a safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having
I'm going
some
to a
kind of
safe
medical
place.
emergency?
Reptilian brain, take me back.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head. I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
Why can't I just
What an
stand
odd
up?
demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what.
I didn't want to
As
stand up. I
entertaining as it
regret
was,
sitting down.
I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Okay. Let's start with the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez.
Yes, it
I
is.
know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you.
Okay, good.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me,
Say nothing.
but there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Yeah.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
Is that true, Kim? Are we door-opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
Mm-hmm.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Okay. But you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Whose door is it?
No one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Why don't you open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
My extraordinary 2 points in physique.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally
We'll open a door.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
Gross.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
I'm going in. I've never opened a door in a video game and not gone in. Aren't you going to ask how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age...
A man my age. What are you implying? I'm at the peak of my ability.
Yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess. Very impressive, Harry. Very impressive. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I met Joyce.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals, huh?
Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
What happened to Mr. Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
Called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
That is a fair point. I mean, I broke in here within a day. Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny. Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
This
Okay.
particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction.
Okay.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything.
Okay.
Everett doesn't mind.
Good.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Good point, conceptualization. Call me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everett, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my
My
name.
God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
True. Very true,
It
Kim.
might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
It's true. My memory is a bit
I
hazy.
assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends, and the good news is, I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure
Ooh.
you have a lot of questions to ask. Maybe
Information.
I can help you out. I'm sure you had some concerns you thought I might be able to address.
Speaking
And
of
you are
address,
probably right. I can.
It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
damn.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
I could do well with this drama check. Have another look at it. Since we've read the folders before.
As you look at the folder, Everett covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
It's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
I might do.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man, so is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That
Maybe.
means he doesn't really know anything about you.
Excellent.
Pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone.
Okay.
Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Hold on. Could he really be holding my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Gun may have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. Has your men factored that in?
Yes, Thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it. Now please, let the professionals do their job.
I'm a
Sit
professional.
back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important. Building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
I will not be blackmailed with this gun
Harry,
business.
Harry, I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing.
True.
I can't have it around in my neighborhood. Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
That's
I
fair.
assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
We're gonna leave
Wait.
now.
You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great. I wouldn't want to be stuck in here.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take
Hell
care,
yeah.
Harry.
Here's my card. Okay, so we've got to get the key from to the Weasel's door from Manana. Anything else up here? Nope. Let's head down and do that. Should I heal? I should probably heal that little bit of damage, shouldn't I? What's that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. Ugh. Ooh. Balloon gloves. Take those. Am I wearing? I'm wearing hobo gloves, aren't I? Half-light. Which one's half-light? Threaten people. I could do with some threatening gloves. Seems better than electrochemistry at the moment. Ooh, change. See? We don't need his money. We'll find money on our way. We'll make $25 in no time. Plus, we already owe like $100. Valsen means White Fjord in Arden. Right, now I'm going to poke at the crane controls.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off.
Press marsh.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Uh-huh. Gimme, 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 gimme. I want to know what's in it. May have broken it a little bit, but it's fine. See, it's fine. It's not fallen.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Alright, let's turn this
The
off.
crane does not return to its original position.
That's alright
It
then.
does not move at all.
Okay. Let's go have a look in that container. Since it's here. And I have a crowbar.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe. Can't tell. I think we should investigate
You
further.
do? Because I don't.
Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It's hanging from
You
the
just
crane.
picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container.
I mean,
We
yeah.
are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Open the
You
door.
attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Knock on the
No
door.
reply.
Damn it.
The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Persuade the door to open.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Yeah, why am I?
Why are you what?
Never
Are
mind.
you satisfied, detective?
No. Nothing more to do here for now. We'll come back. We'll be back for you, container. I'm definitely getting into that container. At some point. Where's the front door? Oh, I know how to get down there. I think. Well, let's have a bit more of a look around. Ooh. Bottle. 10 cents, baby. These 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. Bottle. This is all money. I know I said I don't need money, but I really need money. What's this? What is this?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Kim, I'm going to take a quick look inside.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Take the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is smiling playfully.
Why did you take that?
Something about this man piques my interest. I think this can be a side thing.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around.
Yeah, sure. Now we have a random photo. Posing in front of a Ferris wheel. The girl is young and pretty. The man is clad in a fancy uniform, smiling. On the back, in a very steady hand, written the words Revachol Fair, summer of 91. Okay, so this guy's pretty old. Because it's like 51 now. That's like, what, 60 years ago? What's this? Tim, what's this? Case of strike, press button behind guard. Who are you? Non-interactable. Who are you?
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
What do you mean by that?
Succumb to Al Ghul.
Al Ghul.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
I don't have a problem with Al Ghul. Just drink a little on the
Your
weekends.
mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al Ghul.
Oh.
You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
I do not know how to interact with this guy.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
That fat racist over there. You're just him after pumping some iron.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics.
That's not a good thing.
electricity, and powerful weapons of war. Like
That's
the
not a
tanks
good
and
thing.
Aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You
Some of those things are
dominated
really,
lesser
really bad.
cultures,
Why do you have to include them
like
together?
the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
This is going nowhere. There is a box back there. I don't care about Measurehead. Where's Manana? Is it you?
Scab?
Call me Manana.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
Not a scab. I'm a
I
cop.
was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Hey, you're the man in boots at the gate. Bruno said you know about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise.
Promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking
Serves me
about.
right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
The probe into the armor. What did you
I
learn?
learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of
I did
technical
some
stuff?
research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Hold up, 4 pieces. Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Gotta find one piece of it. One is
Nice
enough.
and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Yeah.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armor too. The one the bullet hits.
Yeah, you only need about that much armor, really. Provided it's in the right place.
Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
So, Kuno used you to what? Scare us?
It's a minor nuisance.
Scare
It's all
you?
good.
Thank you for your
No
cooperation.
problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Hey, Mr. 5, want to know something cool? Yeah, the knowledge to... I think you hit return a bit too early there. I want to know cool things. Also, how are you doing? You good?
Ew.
Any idea who killed the
The
hangman?
mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Merc was hanged with a very specific type of cargo belt. One for used in heavy transport areas. For example, harbors.
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed, huh?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
What does that
He
mean?
was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill
I
him?
ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me
Sure
some?
thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Oh, I can catch this.
The coin
Nailed it.
lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Always
Appreciated.
glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to...
Yeah.
You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though.
Union's got problems getting by?
Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike, though.
Every little bit helps, you know.
I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
Okay, let's get going with our job. Everett said you got a key to a
key,
door.
huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
Greed. Not greedy, I just need some money. I need somewhere to live. I heard something about a weasel, and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean.
Polar weasel? Oh, I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though.
Oh, whoops.
So you're gonna be committing fratricide, my racist friend.
Oh, I accidentally did the racist thing.
What you're looking for is a
I didn't mean to do that.
greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
I didn't know that's what you were talking about. I thought it was about, like, actual weasels. I mean, I got it was a person's house,
Nice
but,
fella.
like...
We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about the task? When it'll be
I'm
home?
more of a philosophical dock worker.
Oh,
I
never
like
mind
to talk
then.
about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
He means he's not going to tell you cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard.
Why are you
We're
striking?
negotiating our share.
Your share.
Aye.
Wait, so not wages or pensions or...
This stuff. They already covered.
However much you feed the wolf.
The wolf always wants more. I like wolves.
A larger share
All
would
of
you
it.
like?
However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
You a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Right on.
Just the way the world works, Boyadero.
I got
Sure
it.
thing.
This was great. You feel mentally reinvigorated.
Oh, nice. We gotta go.
Hey, psst.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
I can't argue with
So,
that.
what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of communism many times greater than any attempted before. Is that true?
You want fast food, but you don't have monies. The eternal struggle. I want fast food as well. I want to go out to Greg's and get a pasty, but it's raining, and I'm streaming. But, like, good pasty would hit the spot right now. How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Alright, yeah, that sounds like me. I've said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those things. You want option one?
Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Nope, let's get
yeah.
going.
Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what? Firing squads? You didn't say anything about
Too late
those.
to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Well, here we go. Okay, so now, Zovian socio... Hang on, I need to put the lights on. It's getting dark. Okay, I'm back. So, people think that communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago. Fever that shook the world never to return again. They were right, till he woke up today. Spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come, witness his attempts to rebuild communism in the year 51. So, this would give us -2 visual calculus. It's not what we're relying on, but we do like visual calculus. Where's my brain? This game has Twitch integration. It does, yes. I didn't set it up, but it does have Twitch integration. I do want to be communist. So, like, I could spend my skill point in... Didn't take a Hobocop, did I? Yeah. I could spend my skill point unlocking another, slot for it. Or I keeping the inexplicable feminist agenda. I want to keep aces low. So the only one I could forget is I have to spend a skill point anyway. It's a long way home. That gives me more perception and more sight if I take speed. I might just unlock another slot. It's the same cost. Yeah, fuck it. We'll internalize communism. There we go. We're on our ways to becoming a communist. We need to insert that thought into our brain. Okay, we got our key. Let's get out of here. Can we get... I don't think we can get out this way. I think we got to go back down here somewhere. I don't know where the actual normal way out is. Is it down here? Oh, it's around the back there. I see it. What's up? I haven't actually been up here. It says GRIH. Greater Revachol Industrial Hub. Hey, who are you?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Scab leader, huh? What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should
We're
I?
here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
So I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strike breakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
I don't think
Might
I've
be
chosen
time.
any sides
Let the
yet.
fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the...
Right to work! Right to work!
I'm going. I don't have the ability to deconstruct this at the moment. Or restore booze. We have pennies. Watch my profanity. It's fine. What have we got? I thought I saw something over here. I need to go home.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
Someone's been throwing rocks at it or hitting it with a hammer. What did this king do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
I don't know what that word means. In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of
He spent a lot of money.
the ultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire
Stories
treasury?
have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Okay, so he's basically a
He
dragon.
called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of
Yeah,
gold
like a dragon.
feathers, like some obese dragon. instead of a bed like a normal person.
Deplorable farce. No wonder everything
But
went to
you
shit.
haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
What now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
So he was addicted to nose candy. Bloated druggie?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Elysium Bay.
This is a lot to
His Majesty's
process.
courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Where's he buried
Beneath
now?
the cold waters of the Elysium Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A
Pleuron.
deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers.
What happened to the
The
statue?
original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored the
Some
monument?
years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
How's that working
The
out?
statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time.
Oh, okay.
A rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
No, I get it.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists.
I get what they're
Those
going
critics
for.
might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time.
Hopefully.
Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Okay. We'll leave that here. Yeah, autosave. Bold slogan, Humanox covers the truck. How do I get out of here? Ruins full of snow, no one lives here anymore. Oh, we need to open a door, don't we? By the greenhouse, correct? Greenhouse is over there. Now you, like, just go into this truck?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam.
Oh no.
This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Look in the
The
window.
windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
Kind of stickers and
The
insignia.
driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to
Ding, ding,
various
ding.
panels.
Those are the alarm bells going off. Ding, ding, ding.
A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays.
Ding, 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 ding.
It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Elmdal in the Lost City of...
Yeah, I've got that shirt.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual
Ding, ding,
in
ding.
this part of town. This is our guy.
Ah, this is the racist lorry driver's lorry. That makes sense. I think this lorry belongs to our tough guy.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is. in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over.
Yeah, we already knew he was racist. Money! Locked on. Beep, 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 beep. 30 cents. Right, so now we need to get behind the whirling in rags. We're not going to talk to her again, because last time I just basically went, "You're black. Bye." It wasn't the greatest interaction. I'm not going to lie, it was pretty bad. Can I do anything with this wall?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Cindy, that was her name. Cindy the Skull. Okay, so there is a basement. This one? I think it's this one.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
I need a coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Press your ear against the door. We want to try and work out if anyone's there.
Is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement.
Okay, probably empty.
In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Use Manana's key to open the door.
Try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. There might be important information in the apartment.
That's what I was thinking, logic.
There might. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle.
We're having a look in. The room smells like disinfectant. Whoever lives here buys a fair-haired fantasy heroes. I missed some of that. Book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks. You feel almost no warmth from the red sun on this flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
With the sun.
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What's that?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Tenant, the old flag of the suzerain.
The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
Yeah, you got that right.
Old-fashioned, he means very right-wing.
Don't bow to the flag, for God's sake.
It's just a colourful fabric with the sun sewn onto it.
For fuck's sake, don't do
like
that.
All feudal flags. It looks like a children's drawing.
What's that? Magnesium. We need magnesium. So badly. Suitcase full of clothes. Guests? Question mark?
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes. And others. A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you
We've already
vaguely
got a
uncomfortable.
racist mug. We don't need more.
There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn.
What do I mean uncomfortable?
It looks like the artist is celebrating diversity, but underneath, he's just making fun of these people.
I don't think I like the owner of this apartment.
No one's telling you to like him. You might learn something from him, though. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
There we go. Whip out the yellow man mug and compare.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash.
Okay.
And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues.
You're right, Logic. Clues are magic. You got that right. You really think it's the same person who put the dead... you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here.
We might be doing that. Okay, what's over here? Ooh. I'd take that. Okay, there's nothing else to see here, so we're going to leave. There we go. Our job has been done. We can go back and see Everard now. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging. We should probably talk to that guy then. Wait.
It's been a weekend now.
Smoker up there could be a witness. I was just doing that. Come on, game.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette.
He's a very
His
pretty
eyes
man.
have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
You're right, drama. You're right. No trouble from me. Just want to know what's going on here.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Okay.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to
Is
you.
it really that important?
Yes.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Looks like you got a good view in the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinet's standards.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait,
No.
is someone else investigating the lynching?
Did you, Kim? Yeah, 1 sec. Sorry about that. Plans for later. So where were we? You already asked me that, didn't you? Did you, Kim?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Muscular.
Last week?
Last week, huh?
Look,
He's an actor declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word?
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
I've got to follow this questioning line through. What kind of
He was
friend?
my Sunday friend.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
Doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
Can you tell me your name?
My name is Martin Martinez.
That's definitely not his real name.
You're not actually called Martin Martinez,
No,
are you?
of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
Okay, we'll be
No.
back later.
We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Fuck's sake. We've got to try. Please!
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet.
Damn
like
it.
a dog.
What do you want from me? Do you want me to cry?
No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry. Listen, I really have to go. Good luck with the investigation.
Damn. Didn't get any useful information out of him. Oh well, these things happen. I'm not a very people person, as you can probably tell from my look.
He's gone.
Should see where he
No
went.
point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give
He
up?
could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
I reckon it's Measurehead. That's
There
his
has
name.
to be a way of getting inside the building. Once we found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
Sure. Can do that.
There must be another way into the building.
Fucking hell, Kim. What was that?
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it. There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
Hell yeah.
This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has hundreds of apartments.
Are we going to
We
find the
just
right
have to
one?
go in and see.
Don't do it, Kim. Don't blow my eardrums out again. Eviction notices and missing pets. Okay. Boxes filled with cleaning chemicals. Ooh. Glasses. Shoe rack. Right, we'll deal with this later. We need to do an autopsy and it's getting dark. It's getting late. Kim, we need to cut up a dead body. Not even wearing any glasses. I could just put these on. Hell yeah. So, I've got physical instrument and shivers, or I could have +1 logic. I don't really want lots of logic. I do have 6. Logic is useful. What's my visual calculus? Oh, visual calculus is gone because of a communism that I'm internalizing. So, we'll just try and avoid doing anything that needs visual calculus for a little while. Let's do our autopsy. Hey Kuno, how you doing, buddy? Take that. Kuno likes his brain shit. Talk to Manana.
So?
You told me you promised to sick the pigs on him.
Yeah, so? Kuno did sick the pigs on him. Kuno's a man of his word.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
I remember this, Kuno.
Fucked. You got fucked, pig. Fucked bad. Of course you're gonna remember this. Now get the fuck out of here, Grief and the Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
I'm off.
Kuno doesn't...
Shut up, Kuno. Oops.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion. By autopsy, the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
First, Kim, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Muindi, is the world's highest summit. And the failure of the 38 single, Epui Descent, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the right page. Encyclopedia. Actually, it appears that I've forgotten what a field autopsy is.
It's a 3-part form to be filled out on the scene by the detectives responsible. One takes note, the other dictates. The goal is to establish cause of death.
We need a scalpel.
A scalpel is not always required. I hope this is one of those cases. Latex gloves are, however.
You have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
I have gardening gloves. Are these good
They
enough?
are better than nothing. Tell you what, I perform the anatomical side of things while you will take notes.
Hang on. Oh, I'm not allowed to put my gloves on at the moment.
Yes, you see, the field autopsy form is the one on red copier paper.
Give us 1 second, Kim. I need to put my gloves on. Okay, ready.
The rotting man lies. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Looney Rooney.
What was it that killed you? Was it love or communism?
Huh?
You said love killed you. But when you fell down, you said it was
You're
communism.
misquoting me, Rooney. I said communism killed me. Love did me in.
You really need to learn the difference, buddy. This is embarrassing.
Enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Oh, I fucking hate this guy. Try and take his
I
boots
thought we
off.
decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Oh, damn.
Damn it. This is turning into some sort of mega puzzle. Okay, so you can sneak out of your room maybe, after he's gone to sleep.
Okay, yeah.
The dead man stares in
Let's get the
silence
paperwork
as
on
you crack
underway.
open
This
the
is a
letter.
paperwork stream
The
now.
bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
Number 1,
That's you.
assistant. Harry
the
Dubois.
corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says
Case number?
KK57-0803 dot 0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you. That's
Motherfucker.
because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Write it
Next.
down. Name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Right, roughly 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Race.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Right, no. Right, male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable
You kids are not
face.
helping. Date of
We're
death.
still going with March 4th. 51.
Uh-huh.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is
Interfering
treatment?
with the body's position or wounds
Ah.
post-mortem.
Didn't footprints look like he was carried
They'd
over?
have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
Mm-hmm.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
So that's just a bit of extra information from our police spirit.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Okay, let's start with external.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Why are you so excited, Kuno? Go away, Kuno.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more.
I love that she's described as a thing.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
Write it
The
down.
boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Write it
Tattoos.
down.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short. Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Write it down.
Ligature mark.
I could have changed it to high velocity, but I choose not to. Fuck Kuno. Lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand, pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. Stench is horrid. After a while, it is obvious the material cannot be cut.
Steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Good job we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
Kim, I'm not sure you understand how imprecise chain cutters are.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Look for a good... We're just ignoring
The belt
Kuno
is
at this
equally
point.
tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Okay.
The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there, steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
There we go. 83% chance. Let's get this off.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
The lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his finger along the dark red groove until there is a gap.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Write that
Chest
down.
is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
Go away, you two!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Do we want to look at his Nah, we're just going to
Back
write it
is
down and move
symmetrical
on.
and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin. Last item, hands.
He takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, and moves on to the other hand. Pick up the
The
hand.
hand feels heavy.
We'll work
filled
with hands.
Decay liquids. Like it's ready to explode if squeezed hard enough. You're suddenly repulsed. So much so you feel compelled to drop it.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, the stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Write that down.
That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add a moral to this story?
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood
I think
supply.
that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
I'll just write NA then.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Ugh.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
Why you gotta make it weird?
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Pries open the dead... back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. Stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why? Don't we have any?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think
Neither
so.
am I.
Right, NA.
Same for toxicology and serology.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
I might do.
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trivia and odd tidbits?
Would obscure tidbits and odd trivia fit the fields?
No.
Completionist in me still wonders if there's something we could
Like
do.
a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine.
Damn.
But still, you should have the request.
Right, NA and add toxicology
Cardiovascular.
requested.
The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Write that down.
Gastrointestinal.
Down to the ground. Sorry. He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground, the pool of feces there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Write it down, keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
What's the 4th injury field for?
Just in case.
Oh, okay. Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Yeah. Fatal. No. Non-fatal
Agreed.
post-mortem.
Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Shut up, Kuno.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Write that down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 box.
Right.
Non-fatal post-mortem
Next.
again. And ligature mark.
Dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Write that
Below
down.
the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
Fatal.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How'd it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks.
Okay, we got time then.
I will not hold my breath. We were
Anything
thorough
else?
with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Okay, so what now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Rip out the copy.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
Try the boots
we
again.
Decided to leave it to processing.
Damn it. This is turning into some sort...
Okay, never mind.
So you can sneak out of your room, maybe, after he's gone asleep.
Bag him and take him away.
Okay. I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can take care of the rest.
Okay.
There go those beautiful enamel boots. May they rest in processing. Oh well, in another lifetime.
Then what?
It's too late to take him into processing today. I'll take him first thing tomorrow.
Pulls the black plastic over the dead man's face. Yeah, we might still be able to take those boots. I'm going to give it a go. Okay, now what, Kim?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow.
Never mind. That's not what I was trying to do.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat.
Do I have a hat? I do have a hat. That's all right then. What do I
Grey
see?
sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
What's in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district.
Oh.
Faint golden
I thought they were
light
actual ghosts.
seeps from the office windows.
It's down the shore.
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blots left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines.
Run your fingers through your damp hair.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
I agree, Kim. So let's go back and see Everett, let him know we unlocked the door. Yeah, I think that's the easiest thing to do. We're waiting for the number to... We're waiting for Alice to get back to us. We have 2 skill points at the moment. So we could quite happily spend one. I'm half tempted to put it in visual calculus. I like visual calculus. Conceptualization is also a good one, though. Or I could chuck it into Inland Empire. I didn't realize these could go negative. I want to put it in intellect, really. These ones are because I needed them for a check. I do want to be doing intellect things. I'll save it. I'll save it for now. Right, we got a lot of bottles. So we're gonna go via Crete. Chuck them in the thing.
The tear machine stands and your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money
160.
appears with a
How much were the bottles? How much were drinks again?
a colourful display of cigarettes.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
They all hurt morale, which is the worst bit. Let's get a Pilsner.
Here you go, mister.
You sell any under-the-counter vices?
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
Damn. Might get some magnesium as well, because I'm going to need it if I drink that.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all...
Okay, here. I hope St. Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
I'm sure it will. Thank you very much. DOBK. I don't know what that means. Dobka. We go yell at the racist guy. See if we can yell at this guy.
Looking for something?
Dobku. I don't know. I'm still confused. Dobka. No, lost on me, I'm afraid. I found this mug in the trash. Yours?
Oh man, that's great.
Some random shit you made up? Okay.
Can't go. Haven't seen anything that funny.
That's fair. That's fine. Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
What's that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Not sheep, ostriches. Actually, neither ostriches or sheep bury their heads in the sand. It's just a saying.
Oh, so you're just racist. Makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Yeah, I can tell you're a prime example of superior
Open
design.
your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for
Hey,
resources.
Violet Seren. How are you doing? Good morning to you too. Okay, so he's complaining about when members of superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. Okay, and?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant.
I'm waiting for the option that lets me punch this guy in the
lately.
nose.
Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
Okay, I've already made up my mind.
Oh?
Yeah, I think I could get down with the racism. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
Well, I didn't get to punch him, but I got to tell him to fuck off. That's good enough at the moment. How do I drink this? I don't know how to get drunk. But the bloodshed. I know, and I'm holding a crowbar. Like, I have so many tools for violence. I have Pyrrhilodon as well. I've got drugs and a bottle. I want to get drunk and punch this guy in the nose.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found.
Violence is not a question, is the answer, and the answer is yes.
Here's where the magic happens.
Look at the bottle.
What a solid can of mass-produced piss water. Well over 10% alcohol in this so-called beer. Pop it open before it gets too warm. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it.
Open the bottle.
There's a satisfying pop as the cap comes off, and the hair on your back rises like an army at attention. You've been here before. Welcome back, detective. You're home now.
What will the repercussions... what will be the repercussions if I take a sip?
Nothing.
That's what I thought.
Mental stuff. Nothing to be worried about. Physically, you'll be strong as an ox.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Take a sip. Hey! I need to heal our morale.
The sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind. All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop. A real detective. Incredibly well done.
Yay!
From the void we came, and to the void we must return.
How's this game going for me? I love this game. This game is incredible. It's just such a unique game. It's just so much fun. There's so much weird stuff we can do. Okay, that tells me... Can I not do that? I still can't do that. Nice. Yeah, I love how... Like, quite often when you play an RPG, like a proper role-playing game where you get given a character and have to play that role, you get quite limited in what you can actually do. And given how varied this game is, that's what I love about it. It's so... You can be very different people based on your choices. We're gonna go see Everett. Tell him we opened that door. Like, I like it when your choices of who you want to be... Like, hang on, I'm just going to pause for a moment. The example I always give is Deus Ex. The new one. Human Revolution. That's not the newest one, sorry. But in Human Revolution, you're playing as Adam, and, you know, you get roboted at the start, and then you get, like, two choices. You either get the options which are like, I hate this, or you get the option which is, I like this. But even if you pick the I like this option, he's still a grumpy fuck, and he's just like, I never asked to be a robot, didn't want to be a robot, but this is kind of cool. And it's like, no, this isn't the character I want to be. I want to be the guy who's like, hell yeah, I'm a fucking robot. But that's not given to you as an option. And now here, we're just kind of you don't get like full control over your character, but you get enough control that you get like weird options come up for you. Fast Run is fun as fuck. You can get a thought from it that makes you gain 2 fizz from drinking and lose morale every time you say a fascist thing. It's such a weird combo. No, we're going for communist. We're being communists at this point. Like, I haven't really gone for a build. We just kind of picked stuff. Comedy for life, yeah. We just kind of picked stuff as it came up. So we've got our shit compressor. We've got a feminist agenda. We got a long way home. I think we know where we live. We're going communist. Ace is low. We got a high five from Kim. That was very important. Yeah, we're quite revolutionary at the moment. Let's go back and see Everett. We unlocked that door for him. Comedy for life. Yeah. Everett?
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
We've opened the door. Oh, what's in that container?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
I'm getting in that container. Nothing special about it. It was attached to the Kvalsund crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
I thought I did, but never mind. It feels like one of those games. Feels like one of those games that, if I felt like it, I could make a VR environment based on the game. Yeah, it's a very stylized, like artistic game, definitely. We discussed the murder now.
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
I may have gone inside and seen a collection of racist
Just
mugs.
as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's Rainbow Coalition.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is going to start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is going to be good.
I found so the mug collection I mentioned was in the apartment. I found a similar mug in the trash with the hanged man's clothes.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best, helping people, with the power of politics.
I still love this portrait. I feel like I need this portrait, like, properly blown up and put on a wall somewhere in my house.
Yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Oddly, it seems to be true.
This weasel may have cleaned up after the killers.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
He imitates bashing something with an imaginary baton. Say nothing.
Of course, Harry. Stoic silence. I like that. Very befitting a police officer. I'm not a real detective. You are.
Said the lynching and the strike are related. How?
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
You want to punch Everett's face in? Yeah. He's got that aura about him. Like, a lot of the things he says are quite nice, but at the same time, he's just got that punchable aura.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that?
His face looks like it's already been punched.
In
Probably has.
Protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
Wouldn't be the first time.
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
This is definitely a reference to United Fruit. Oh, God. The fact that that happened is wild. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Where was it? United Fruit. Was it Nicaragua? Guatemala. The US government launched a coup in Guatemala for United Fruit, a fruit company. So this is clearly taking the piss out of that.
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
You have a village elephant? I haven't read the book. I know where the book is, I haven't read it.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they move the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
That does sound like fun,
Enough
actually.
about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Wait, the whole neighborhood is in on it?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
And who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
Does sound a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
It does sound a lot like organized crime, doesn't it, Logic?
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
Titus Hardy.
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
Mentioned a lawyer
Liz
girl.
is a bright one. I
Liz,
paid for
huh?
that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping
How do
company?
I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
Tell me about Titus
they are
Hardy.
simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members.
7. Was that the number of footprints we had? I think it
Old
was.
Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
they're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind.
I'm sure they
Work
did.
with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
There was high heels in those footprints, wasn't
know
there?
what, Harry? I got a feeling they're going to show up in full force tomorrow.
The lieutenant marks something in his notebook.
In the future, I could use your backing. Can you ask the Hardy Boys to cooperate?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk. Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Wait, why are you giving it to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
I really don't know if I should take money from this guy. So I'm on the socialist side, but I do not trust Everett. I only want you to help me with the Hardy
I wasn't
Boys.
offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Good talk.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
I'm internalizing that thought. Don't you worry. Just give me a few minutes.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you
You're
are.
saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is. Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
I'm listening.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Kim, what do you think of this?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
No, me neither.
But he thinks it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm going to hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're going to get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
But what if I like drugs?
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Where is this place?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust
Cross
your
the
detective
river.
skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you 100% sure no one's going to end up homeless?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're going to build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
Okay.
You bring
I'll
joy to
accept
my
the
heart,
task.
Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal.
Okay, we've been past the pawn shop. Pawn shop.
They should fix it by Wednesday morning.
Wednesday.
Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
Can we talk over the murder details
Most
again?
Certainly, Harry.
I've already done this.
By all means, Harry. What's on your mind? See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
Okay, what did I just get? A letter.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Kim, what do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
How else are you going to build something? It's always inconvenient to build things, and citizens inevitably have disagreements over such construction projects. But there's no other way.
Let's have a look for a loophole.
There doesn't seem to be anything of interest here. No fine print. You're smart. You can read.
That was a terrible roll. Hang on. I'm going to put a point in logic so I can try that again. I've got 3 points. I think I can...
You take the legal documents
out
there
we
of
go.
The envelope. But there is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Wait, what are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Look, Kim, these people are going to have to move away. Can we do something about
I
it?
should have seen it. Everard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone. However, we'll need access to the coast before we do anything. Everard won't believe you got villager signatures if you can't even get to the village. You can try a forgery as soon as we can cross the waterlock.
I'm way too smart for you, Everett. I'm 4 parallel universes ahead of you. Get out of here. We're lying to Everett. We're definitely lying to Everett. Through that guy. Let's see if we can get into this container again. We'll try this container again.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since
we're not allowed to try again. I can't believe I need to use rhetoric to get in. What other quest do I have? So we're waiting for the armor to be... the number on the armor to be run. Pay for damages. Oh, fuck that. Track down the badge. We'll put the clothes in the trash. Oh, we need to talk to Gart about that. Okay. Let's go talk to Gart. Gart likes us. Gart likes us a lot. Oh wow, it's busy in here now. Gart!
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container
Thanks.
key.
I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else had keys to the trash?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
Maybe you don't remember. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue
I think
state.
fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Fuck you, Gart.
Yes.
Seen something here at the Whirling, Gart. Thing I need to talk about.
Thing.
Saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
I don't know anything about
We
that.
should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find them,
don't.
Kim?
We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even men on strike.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
It's after 4. The sign says reserved starting 4. Why isn't anyone in the mess hall?
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching. They
Why's that?
probably fucking killed that guy or something, and that's why.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
What else I want to talk about?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the Whirling later.
I saw another thing.
Great.
Oh, never mind.
Yes.
Goodbye. Can't interact with it. What's in here? Can I come in here? Can. Dishes are drying. Hey, who are you?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
Hi, Gorosy.
As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek.
Garancy.
Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
Hello, sir. Got time for a few
The man
questions?
puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Got some impressive
He
pots
smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need to say anything else. Stay masculine. Over here.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Wonder where this door leads.
It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I care about many things, Kim.
The winch. Outside. In the backyard. Remember? No? Your fingers do.
There's a winch outside on the roof. Like that of a small elevator.
Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
Yeah.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
Oh, the blue door is a mega investigation. calling it behind the blue door, or the door in the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation. Yes.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe.
Try to push it.
The door does not budge.
I'll be back, door. What's that? Honey. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hang in the air. Have a chat with Gart. Gart! Why you got a blue door, Gart?
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
You know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key.
Damn.
I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage.
I have a pry bar. I can get in there.
I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Goodbye. Treat the rats. I will give the rats a treat. He's asleep. He's got his chippy for when he wakes up properly, but he was asleep and very confused that he was getting treats. Anyone over here want to... Ooh, who are you? You're new. It's all about money, you know. You gotta spend money to make money. Money is what really matters. Okay, you're not very interesting. Can't interact with that. Making a steam train in a game right now. Ooh, that sounds cool. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. I just like... Oh yeah, been kicked out.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. Still no answer.
Never mind. We'll come back to that. So I'm not allowed to live here, I don't think. Pay for damages, we're never doing that. Don't know with a badge. About tattoos. Like pants from Kuno. Who called? To try and find the smoker. Let's go into the apartment building. It's this way, isn't it? Actually, we could oh, they're closed. We've got that that weird door in the back there that I wanted to open. Maybe I should get drunk and try and break it down again. I think that would be the best thing to do. Okay, let's have a look around. Oh, hello. This opened. Oh, it's a bathroom. Moss crawls along the bathroom tiles. Actual moss. Shower curtains are covered in slime. Ooh, what's that? Pennies. Medicine and booze, which is kind of like medicine. We need magnesium since we've only got like 1 morale. So anytime we get hit by morale, we need to take magnesium. Snoring in apartment 12. Balcony. Let's head out onto the balcony. Maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling amongst the city. Breaker box is full of cigarettes and electric wires. Good shift, just a little. Someone is watching from within. Growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. You gotta grow a cactus in the winter. All crazy. Door 28. A door to be remembered. Door 29. Whoever lives here isn't home. Voices from within, singing along to a buoyant dance track. Can't get over there. Go down here. It's a door. Nothing for you here right now. What's this, though? Got money in it. Allowed in there. Damn it. Probably not allowed in any of these either. Nope. Not even interactable. Wait. What's this? More money. Soon, we'll be able to pay off our debt. And then we're not going to pay off our debt. Ever. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. A single penny.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Examine the
It's a solid
padlock.
lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle
Choom.
snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, detective.
After me. Get the crowbar out just in case we need it. I don't know what we would need it for, but... Hello? Anyone home? Nope. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. Bust of Karl Marx.
The cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
Yeah, that's what they
Honestly,
said.
He does kind of look like you after all.
Kim, you've got to admit, this Kraz Marzov bears a striking resemblance
Hold
to
on
me.
a second. Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Krasmazov?
I'm not saying that I am Kraz Marzov. I'm saying we look alike.
Sure you are.
Just humour me for a moment. Don't you see the resemblance?
Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns.
Yeah,
But
right?
it seems like old Kras here didn't drink nearly as much as you.
Maybe this bust shows him before he started drinking.
Very well. Let's look for identifying features then.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you?
I can't tell. Can't see my face.
All right. But here's the big thing. Krasmasov looks Samaran, and you don't.
You're right. That's something we definitely don't have in common.
Good. So you're not him.
You're right.
It's
I'm really
decided. You are not the most famous philosopher of the modern period.
Salute the statue.
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm. There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Why does he have a bust of Krasmazov in the bedroom?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
White Star. Oh god, I need to nip to the loo. I'll be right back. Hey. I'm back. Rat is definitely awake as well. He's come out for a drink of water. Oh. What's that? A bullet? I'll take that. That's a lot of money. Oh, that's a lot of money. We like that. Postcard. We're collecting postcards.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Hello?
Walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door.
Hello?
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
That's the wrong line. This is the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Ah, but you're talking to me.
Let's
That's
go.
the important bit.
We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Okay, fine. I could trade. I like have it. That's better stat spread, I think. There's one logic. I don't know. I kind of like the bad t-shirt, horrific necktie combo. We are on like -3 authority though. Daughter number 9 is locked. Box. 25 cents. Hey, who are you?
Give me a moment.
Elderly woman is leaning on a broom, her knuckles white as bone. Seems to have difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
You alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me. Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
You live here?
If you could call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all
My poor
need.
crumbling bones.
And all she gets, too. The coastal wind beats down hard on the coal room door outside. Splashes of waves make the balcony slippery. She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s. Dark hair, skinny, smoker on the balcony.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
That doesn't help perception.
What's he in trouble for?
He's going away for life. No. We're going to be nice to this lady. We're being nice to people. No trouble, just want to talk. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
What was so funny about that?
What was so funny about
He
that?
lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
I have a few questions about these apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Who lives in apartment 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
But I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there. Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
I'll see if I can find what's going on. I'll see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Who lives behind the padlock door?
Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar.
Oh, yeah?
I think he studies astrology at the community college.
Okay.
Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology.
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
You mean the star and antlers? I think that's communism.
The symbol of what now?
You know, the ones who support the working class against capital.
Huh. I thought Revachol was the capital.
This conversation's going nowhere. Thank you for your time.
Of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Thanks, I'm off. Is Cindy... Can we get to Cindy up here somewhere? Foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associations. What's this? Someone has tore down the wall. Ooh, there's a fridge in the bathroom. There's a bath and a fridge. Oh, grocery list and checks. And then we've... Ooh.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Rub your sides for warmth.
A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius.
The plan.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
A face?
She's red from the cold.
Mm-hmm.
She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
Look around.
It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room.
Mm-hmm.
She had an eye for beauty.
Okay, finish the thought. That's enough of that thought. Let's go out onto this balcony. I guess this is where Cindy is. Hey Cindy, you weren't expecting me, were you? What's up?
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right, we've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
So you won't talk about the murder, but maybe you can tell us something about the missing armor.
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art for the body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one.
Oh, my brain!
I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time!
And there's a little girl wearing the gloves there.
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you.
It's because I'm so lovable.
I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you either way.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
That's some clever cultural commentary right there.
Nothing yet, piggy boo.
Catch you later, Cindy. Cindy's cool. I like Cindy.
Mazovian socioeconomics.
I know she doesn't like us, but I like her.
0.000% of communism has been built. Evil, child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmazov fucked him over, personally, with his socio-economic theory. It
Goddamn
has,
Krasmazov.
however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
Mm-hmm. We lose visual calculus for having that. God damn it. Left-wing dialogue gives +4 XP though. Okay. I kind of want to take magnesium-based life form. I don't know what it does. But that's a very good reason to take it. Because I could just unlock a slot. Oh, fuck it. We're going to do it. Internalize it. We have that postcard. Right, we need to go room 28. We'll go there first. We came out of there. Recenter the camera. Sometimes the camera goes a bit wibbly. Money? Kim? Kim? Kim, the door is locked. You can't get in there. Someone lives back here. Cindy? Maybe? Coming, Kim? Yep, or you can just phase through the wall. That's acceptable as well. Where are we? 100 tiny scurrying feet beneath the grate. The rats of the city. Oh. Enough cold to last for several winters. The smell of chemicals. Ooh, what's this? All labourer jeans. Ooh, I'll wear jorts. Hang on. 1 electrochemistry, -1 reaction speed. Oh, god damn it. I thought they were jorts.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something. Soft, yet crinkly. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar.
Okay.
By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in sur-le-clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum, loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
Okay. What's this? Money! I thought she lived up. I thought the old lady lived up here. Oh no, she lives right there. Oh, okay. I get it. Let's... Wait. Ugh. Always too slow.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Okay, so what do we think happened?
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line. The wind blows through your hair. The sea breeze cuts around you, high on the balcony as you stare over the edge at the sea.
Take a look at the
waves
ocean.
Of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscured the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Let's take a look at the ruins.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now.
Okay, so this used to stick out into the
Only
river.
3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Who did this damage?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels.
Not a 7-nation army.
They massed airships further down, in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Hey Kim, do you know who shelled our city?
The Coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
wonder what I look like on this edge.
From the eyes of a seagull, a nest of brown hair not worth the 50-foot dive. From a pedestrian on the dock, a rugged man staring out to sea, mere feet from fatality. From a guest on the balcony of the Whirling in Rags, a silhouette imposing enough to be seen at a distance.
Good to know. Imposing from at least the right angle. Right. We need to go to room... Hey, you don't exist.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
This apartment's supposed to be empty. Did you break in?
Excuse me? Of course not.
Uh-huh.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in.
Oh, come on.
Well, that was easy.
That was easy. Thank you, Rhetoric.
That was smart.
Hi, who the fuck are you? Also, I want those... What? +1 to indirect modes of tax... Kim, calm down. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. What does that mean? Okay. Affluent moneymaker man. Nah, we don't need those. Blister pack of medicine peeks out from the box. You should take it. I should take it. Ooh. Like a fine mattress. Don't be ridiculous. You can hear it swarming with bugs.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty
Jesus
Associates.
Christ, you're
I am
terrifying.
not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
I don't need your ID. I just need to ask you some questions.
Very well, but please make it quick. I need to be back in La Delta in an hour.
What are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
I fuck shit up too. Sounds like they knew how to have a good time.
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
Oh.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
Isn't it a bit late to be working?
It is.
It's like 10 o'clock. Breathes in and out to the count of 3. It looks like some kind of special stress release technique before she continues.
Everyone says the real estate agents don't do anything. But here I am in the middle of the night cleaning up someone's crash pad. So the sooner we get this over with, the better.
Who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway?
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
The sum must have been puny.
It could have been that much money. These apartments look pretty shabby.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
My money has also disappeared,
Well,
I think.
It does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it.
Okay. What happened with the
Don't
wall?
ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
Okay, thank you.
course.
Wait, what was I doing? Investigate apartment 10. Report back to the cleaning lady. Oh. Done that. I'm done.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
What do you mean?
Nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade every personal space. Break every lock.
I'm just browsing.
Yes, that's what it is. A quick peek here. A short glance there. It's all quite delectable.
Had some stomach issues. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling alright. Temporary bonus. -1. Esprit du corps. Confusing behaviour. By now it is clear you like to look inside containers. Damn right I do. You like to open doors and see what's behind them. Maybe secrets. Maybe more juicy containers. Let's be honest. You like all the containers. Trash cans, utensil trays, manholes, coat pockets, secret containers left behind by Philippian kings that hold forbidden relics. Okay, you haven't come across one of those yet, but one day! Wait, why is it? Is that why you're so hell-bent on opening containers? Do you think you'll find the Holy Scepter and the Orbe de Montang? I have to internalize that. I have to internalize that one. Fuck it. Yep. The Jamrock Shuffle. We open everything we can.
Give me a moment.
I didn't find any counterculturals in apartment 10. It was just some real estate agents setting up for new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Yeah, radio computer wizards are coming. They're going to save the place and the economy.
Oh, I do like wizards. And people like that in general. They have a lot to tell us about our fates.
She means clairvoyance.
Alright, thanks very much. There we go. Find out what's in the Union box. Find the gloves. Explore the whirling secret passages. We need to go to apartment 28 while we're here.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Thank you, Encyclopedia.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order.
Okay.
Also, some social democrats were already using it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me? Ow!
Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways.
Ow, my morale!
You are the big communism builder now.
Damn right.
It's you or no one.
We will build communism somehow. Determined. Right. Apartment 28. Gotta be that one. The only one I can interact with.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
It's definitely the evening, Kim.
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work.
Oh, okay.
About 9 p.m. Sound good?
Sounds good. Tomorrow
9 p.m. right here. Apartment number 28. Good. Let's go.
Okay.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him. Remember,
yeah, we'll get him.
Tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
Alright. Alright, I'll listen to you, Logic, for now. I need somewhere to go and sleep. Garden hose. This won't be useful until the snow melts.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Why am I looking at this wall?
Yeah. Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Ah, that was so close.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
Ah, come on, Kim. Lighten up. Kim wants to say something.
Cooling it today, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for damages yet,
take
though.
care of that, then.
But I don't have the money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Okay. We'll have a chat. I'll keep this crowbar out just in case I need it. You know, break some knees. Eh. A back thought. Book is titled Man from Heimdall and the Wildfire. I've got that t-shirt. I'm wearing that t-shirt. Am I still wearing that t-shirt? Yeah. Hey.
Can I help you?
So about that money
Yes.
I owe.
Have you got it?
How much do I owe you
lot.
again?
A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
Wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement
Does
for
that
tonight.
arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
It's cold out and I'll freeze to death because I'm losing the stupid money game.
Everything is just a game to you, isn't it?
Hold on, I still have the key, you know.
Good luck trying to use it.
Draconian measures.
How
All
dare
the
you.
locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
Conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
What about that
Yes,
money?
Have you got it?
We come to
Does
some
that
sort of arrangement.
include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Tim's about to say something. Let him.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and...
I've only had one drink the entire day.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
I'll find a way in. I'll break the door down.
Wonderful. Try to do that. I'll have to call you an ambulance. Not until you...
Okay. I might have something in my...
Oh, Lieutenant. Can I help you?
No, we're not going to try anymore. We're going to go out to Kim's car. I don't know how you're supposed to pay that off in one day. Can I just sleep in the car, Kim? Is that acceptable?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure? Regular people just call it the cage.
Okay, let's have a look.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
What are
They
these
spinner
things?
hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
Honestly, that sounds like an amazing physics demonstration.
What do you mean you
A couple
confiscated
weeks
them?
ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
So you took his spinners?
I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence.
I get it. I would have confiscated them too. They're
But
mesmerizing.
they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
Did you want to put these spinners on your machine, Kim? Kim?
No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cup with spinners. That would be outrageous.
Yeah, outrageously cool.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark. The spinners shine so bright they reflect on the lieutenant's glasses. He doesn't say anything either.
Is it something about a
yes,
pawn shop?
The Bird Nest Roy, near the canal. We've been there. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
It wouldn't be right.
All right. Let's not take them now. Then come back once we realize we have to. Have this conversation again, and then take them.
I think I know where I live, though.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. You have synced with the machine's mechanical circulation.
How are you, my friend?
The smell of freshly treated leather, the lack of dirt and dust on the dashboard, and a neat little brush in the cup holder. All seem to be whispering, I'm good, cherished and cared for, in the hands of a tending owner.
Where have you been? Oh!
At the bottom of the sea.
What?
So strange. The machine is not on the bottom of the sea at all. It's right in front of you, well kept. Why did it say that?
Do I know how to operate this
feel
machine?
An uninterrupted connection to the mechanics.
Wait, does that mean I know how to pilot it?
After a while, you realize silence is your only answer. Do what you will with it.
Release and squeeze it
Of
again.
course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezing back.
Okay,
the
go
handle
with
is
that.
pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc is mated to the flywheel again. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Tap the gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now.
Okay. I need to have a bit more look around and see if I know where I live. Because I got... What did I get? Like, find your home. I'm trying to remember. So I reckon it might be. We cross here. I remember where I'm going. Ooh, tank top. What's the way through? Don't remember. I'm lost. I know there is a way, like, down to the oh, everyone's gone. That's cool. Trying to remember where the pawn shop actually is. I think it's this way? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. This was out of order till Wednesday, right?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock. turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Yeah, pull it anyway.
Pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
There was, yes. There was... I thought there was going to be something down here. I don't remember why. Air rises up from the sewer. Oh, we're going to have to sell Kim's... Gonna have to sell Kim's hubcaps, aren't we? I don't want to. Clatter of bullet holes. Who are you? Better watch your mouth around me, boy. See if I can do anything upstairs. Just trying to find a place to sleep.
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. This door can only be opened with a key.
Never mind. Get out here? Nothing to do out here. I really don't want to pay off my debt. Can you help me?
Hello, sweetie.
Hi.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no sweetie. Look
You're
at
a
me.
handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Leave my dimple alone. Thanks.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
How'd you like to roll with
What do
me?
you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, helping people, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to get back to helping the people of Martinez.
I know, but there are also side mysteries. Sequence killers and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you, with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Why not? 3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or
Yes,
anything.
officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad.
You know where we are, right?
Whirling in Rags?
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In hell. Revachol?
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Okay.
Yes, and Revachol?
Revachol is disgraced capital of the
Yes,
world.
great. See? We're getting somewhere. What else do you know about our city of splendor? Tattered as she may be.
Nothing
How would
else.
I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen.
Woohoo, free pen!
Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some of these are classic. I'd like to think it's a dictator of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. Sound right. We're governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners and women. We're living under the cop regime. I'm gonna go for that one.
Sweetie. It's really not.
We're going for
There used to be
dictatorship of the
people who thought
proletariat.
that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
But they still have cops.
So how come there's cops?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll find
Of
someone.
course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
I gotta
Of
get going.
course, dear. Good luck with your case.
I gotta actually get going as well. I got stuff I gotta do today. Chat, thank you for being here. And anyone on YouTube, thank you for being here, because I'm gonna try and put this up on YouTube. If you've enjoyed it, follow the channel, do whatever on whatever platform you are currently on. I'm going to be back tomorrow when we are playing Satisfactory with Amy. Follow the Twitter, come see me on Twitch TV, Grabby Rat Paws. Twitter link is in the channel. Link should just be all over. That's not how you spell Twitter, you idiot. Oh, I can't type. Follow me, just follow me wherever you find me, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.